I'm going to talk about the one most important thing that you need to do if you want to build an online business and get past the six-figure mark. Now, creating a business is not easy. It takes a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of effort. But I find people who are able to do this one thing are the ones that tend to rise above the rest. And what is that one thing? It's actually showing up. And in particular, it's showing up here on YouTube. And what do I mean by that? Showing up on YouTube means consistently doing one piece of content every week. And I'm not talking about short form content. I am talking about horizontal, long form content. All right. I was just on an interview the other day and we were talking about the difference between short form and long term content. Now, we both agreed that long form content is where you need to be because that's where you build the relationships with clients. That's where people get to see who you are. They get to see what your personality is, what you have to offer. So by doing long form content, you are inviting people into your world. You're inviting people into your brand. So if you're not doing this consistently every week, the chances of you building a six-figure business are slim to none, because the biggest thing in business, if you watch all the gurus or anyone, they're all going to talk about discipline, consistency, and just showing up. Did you know that the majority of people on YouTube only have like one video that they've uploaded? One video. Maybe two, maybe three that they've uploaded to the platform, and that's it. And then the channel's dead. They don't do anything else because they realize it's a lot of work to do this content. Now, what happens when you get busy? Okay, listen, I'm busy. I'm very, very busy today. And I'm like, I have to go upstairs because I have to shoot a piece of content because I owe my audience something on Saturday. So here I am. And you're going to watch this video. It's not going to go off to my editor. It's not going to be super fancy, but it's going to be informative. It's going to help my audience. And most importantly, it's going to be done. So whether you're super busy, you might be doing YouTube part-time. I've been there myself, okay? I've started YouTube very, very part-time in my first couple years before I went all in on YouTube. And the goal is to try to be as consistent with your content as possible. And I promise you, if you show up every week and you put out one piece of content that is strictly dedicated to your specific audience, your channel, your online brand is going to grow. But if you want to make a six-figure business online, you need to not rely on just YouTube advertising revenue. Okay, I make a lot of money now with YouTube advertising. It would be a full-time income, but I make 10 times that doing something else. All right. And that something else is selling a product or a service. And there's two ways to go about this. I mean, technically there's three ways. The first way is to sell affiliate products where you get a percentage of selling someone else's product. I've never done that super effectively. I do have some affiliate programs that I make some money off of, but the biggest thing is selling a product or a service. And I sell courses, all right? And there's two ways to do that. You can either do low ticket or you can do high ticket, and there's pluses and minuses to both. So for high ticket, say you have a $3,000 program. Like when I started my mentorship program, I was selling it for $3,000, and in the first month we made like 30 grand. Okay, it's very easy to make big numbers when you have a high ticket product, okay? But the downside is it's much harder to get those clients to sign up. It usually is going to require a sales call, you getting on a call with them and selling them and explaining them. And some people just aren't a big fan of sales, or maybe they haven't mastered the sales game yet, all right? If you were selling a $3,000 product, you'd have to sell 3 of those a month to have a six-figure business, all right? $9,000 a month times 12 is a six-figure business. So you need less sales, but you're going to need a lot more time and energy put into selling your products and services. And if you're just someone that's getting started, it can be tricky to get that off the ground running. The alternative is low ticket. Okay, so you're going a little bit more in volume. Now, for example, my main flagship course on my guitar channel is $297. I have to sell about one of those a day to make a six-figure income. All right, so that's the difference. You could do high ticket and you need less customers, but you're gonna have to put a lot more time and effort into getting those customers versus low ticket like me, where, we could sell $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 a month, and we never get on a phone call with a client. And I sell most of my stuff through my YouTube channel because people come on, they're watching the horizontal video, they're not watching shorts, they're watching my long form content, and they like the content. They learn about me, they like me. The content already sells them. So by the time they go over to my website, they know who I am, they know my products and services, they know I can help. I don't have to get on a sales call, especially not for a $300 product, okay? And there's no involvement from me with this product. It's a completely do it by yourself product. I knew from the beginning, I was like, I do not want to take a lot of my time and energy to be helping people with this product. I want it to be a do it by yourself product, to the point where, we've done over six figures in sales in just a single month, and I don't have to hop on a sales call. I don't have to teach someone one-on-one. Okay, I'm not doing one-on-one guitar lessons. I'm selling a course that helps people learn how to play guitar. So the key for you, if you want to build a six-figure business online, is one, figure out who your audience is. For me, on my guitar channel, very specifically, it's older adults who want to learn to play acoustic guitar later in life, okay? And I teach absolute beginners. I don't focus on intermediates or advanced players. That's my audience. So the content I'm producing has to speak specifically to those people so that they know, oh, this is for me. When I tell people, hey, I'm Lauren Bateman and I specialize in helping adults over the age of 50 learn to play guitar. Now, if someone over the age of 50 is watching, they're going, oh, this is for me. I've called them out. This is for me. I'm going to watch this. And it makes the transfer. People know, like, do I have people that are younger that I help? Absolutely. I do have younger clients in my courses that I work with, but the majority of my students are over the age of 50. And I'm calling them out and letting them know that my product and service helps them specifically. I tell them my product is designed specifically to help you. All right. So you have to know who your audience is. All right. You have to put out content every single week, long form, horizontal content, not short form content. Relationships are built in the long form content. You have to do that every week. And I recommend you pick the same day and time every week so that people know when to expect a video from you. Okay. I do for my guitar channel. It's usually 8:30 a.m. every week. I put a video out, and sometimes we forget, or sometimes we forget to schedule a video, or I've even scheduled a video on a Sunday accidentally, and my customer service team will get flooded being like, hey, what's going on? Lauren's video didn't come out today. They know. I've trained them over the years that Saturday morning, a new video is going to come out. So you want to pick a day and a time and be consistent with getting the content out on that day or time. And then once you get consistent with that, you need to build a product or a service around your ideal client. Now, if you go high ticket, again, it's going to require more of your time. They're going to be expecting more of you for a $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 product. All right. So you're going to have to give a lot more of your time, but you can build a six-figure business much faster because you don't need as many sales. Now, on the flip side, you have the lower ticket where you have to make a lot more sales, but you have a lot more freedom. So for me, I can go away on vacation for a month in Europe and not have to worry about the fact that I'm not servicing my clients because I'm still having my content coming out on YouTube and they have their course. They don't need me. They have the course. I don't have to show up for them. They have to show up for themselves. And that's why I prefer low ticket products. Now, if you were like me, starting out YouTube part-time, what I want you to do is go watch this video right over there where I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on how to be more consistent with your YouTube channel when you're working full-time, when you have a lot of stuff going on. Go watch that video right over there.